Coach, this team, it feels important for trying to get you guys back to where you want to get in the NCAA tournament. This team feels like they're important for your program and trying to get back to that point. Just what are you going to miss the most about this group?
Every team's different. I'm looking behind you, I see a bunch of old guys, that played for us the last few years. This group was fun. They were fun to be around. They were talented enough, but they were a group that, I've said it before, you enjoyed to come to the park every day. I enjoyed visiting with them in the locker room, and you get teams like that sometimes that are a little harder to let go. So it'll be tough. It'll be tough because they care. But it was fun to watch us play really hard. In conditions that didn't favor our team a whole bunch that we thought they would. But it was fun to watch us compete really hard. Just didn't have quite enough there at the end.
What are the emotions going through your head when you're on the other side of a ninth inning like that, where you're so close to moving to tomorrow, and then it starts to become the last moments that you have with these guys?
It turns quick. It's a lot different than when you're getting beat good for the rest of the game, the whole game. It turns pretty fast because you don't let yourself go to that mindset of, oh my gosh, this team's like, I can't play anymore. You don't do that until the very end. So it hits you kind of quick, but we shouldn't be remembered for that. For that ninth inning. This team should remember for their fight, and they're playing hard and having a chance to win the league in the last weekend, and all the things that they've done really well.
So obviously, I know that you have to talk about the positives and everything. Being able to break the home run record again, strikeouts, and just kind of the positives taking away from this season, despite what just happened.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. We did a lot of neat things. Jeff Elkin's got the career home run record. We set the career record in strikeouts and home runs. I think it's pretty neat. To have a team that does that, and that'll be some of the things that this team will be remembered for. But I'll remember for their fight, and always fighting to the last out. I remember for that, and I remember for just like I said, just being great men. We've got great men that don't cause trouble. That do the right thing, that when we leave a dugout, it's clean, that when we leave a restaurant, it's, the chairs are tucked in. Like, we got a group like that, and that means something.
It's like the moments like this, like, you're glad that you do it with the people that you have, because those memories are going to last forever.
No doubt, yeah, and I still remember my last game, and when I played, and it's, like I said, it hurts because you care, and it hurts because you put a ton into it. These guys are out there, all day, every day, trying to get better. And that's okay. Like, that's a feeling that we got to deal with. And but I'll miss him for sure.
Kind of fitting that the guy that put you ahead for the last time this year is Jake Hayes. Big swing from a guy who did it for you all year long.
Yeah, what a year, huh? It's a hat in the field, and he just played his tail off, the entire year for us, and got the big swing there, and then man, we kept it down. We had to use Fro in the middle. He's normally the guy that closes out for us, and we just could. I think Koss came in and was really good, to get out and got a couple really good hitters out, and we couldn't quite finish it off. And you got to give them credit. They got really good hitters. That man on second went out in a 9-hole up, and he hits it 105 over the bat into the gap. So I think you got to give them a lot of credit.
27th out, you talked about it. You thought that's a really good offense over there, maybe the best in the league, and top to bottom 1 through 9 were tough outs.
Yeah, no doubt. Blake's done a really good job of preparing that offense, and they got left-handed hitters. They got power. They can run a little bit. It's a good offense, and it's one that we did a pretty good job of keeping down for 8 1/3.
Finally, Coach, again, trying to get back to an NCAA tournament, trying to win another conference championship, you have to be excited. I know this one hasn't really set in yet, this team, but moving forward, you have to feel like a foundation was set again with what you were able to do this year. Yeah,
I think that's what we've been doing for the last 7 years. We continue to improve. We try to improve the facility. We try to improve the roster. We try to improve the habits, of our guys when they get here as freshmen. And now we've got it to where the older guys teach the young guys. So my job gets easier, when it's like that. And I think we continue to do that and continue to put together solid seasons that, we get a break or two here or there, you keep playing a little longer. But it's been a really good run with this group, and I'm glad I got the opportunity to coach them.